Westerns in Space, which was the space opera of the 1930s.
Isaac Asimov decided to try and take the rise and fall of the Roman Empire and translate it into science fiction terms, not one-to-one, but to take that feeling of scope, the feeling of what happens with an empire as it rises, as it falls.
Asimov's narrative spans galaxies and features its own empire. But this is not a simple tale of good versus evil. This is a work that challenges the basic principles of science.
The Foundation series takes place 50,000 years into the future, when we have a galactic civilization. And it forced me to confront the fact that the physics I know, the physics that makes me think, oh, that's impossible, is only a few hundred years old. What could be the physics of 50,000 years from now? And then I realized that I had to expand. I had to expand my conception of the laws of physics.
Foundation's hero is a scientist who can predict the future using something called psychohistory, and trade is the source of all power.
They weren't action heroes, those traders, in the sense of some of the earlier Flash Gordon types might have been. They weren't out there with a sword in one hand and a pew-pew laser pistol in the other hand saving Martian princesses. They were like building civilizations based on capitalism, but with spaceships and hyperdrive and miniaturization and personal shields. Taking those bigger themes, those ideas, made the stories more mature.
In creating Star Wars, Lucas faced a choice. Would he draw on the complexity of grown-up works like Foundation, or the cliffhanger action sequences that have made Flash Gordon so successful? In the end, he went for the one that had entertained his generation and appealed to the child in all of us.
I first saw Star Wars at a cruise screening in London, and like everybody else, went like this when the big spaceship went over my head. With that shot